well, this album might actually go down to be the shortest review that I ever do, because there's not a whole lot to say about it. So let's just get right into it. Come out of nowhere, I see you come rolling, I wonder how could it be real? Jeff Lynne's ELO, From Out of Nowhere. Yeah, so Jeff Lynne is one of the main creative forces from the 70s pop rock band Electric Light Orchestra, one of my all-time favorite bands. I did a full worst to best. Check that out right up there. Lots of history to cover, but I'm going to give like a very truncated one. Basically, in the late 80s, early 90s, Jeff Lynne kind of left the band, and the band wanted to continue to make music. So they put out ELO Part 2, and there were 2 albums from that. And then when Jeff Lynne came back, they put out Zoom. Back in 2015, he decided to do kind of a solo work with Jeff Lynne's ELO from Alone in the Universe. And I actually really enjoy this album. I think that it has some really, really nice pieces of music. I feel like it was leagues ahead of Zoom and anything they had done in the 80s outside of the soundtrack to Xanadu. But I felt like it was really getting back to that like mid-70s pop rock with a little bit of like that orchestration feel to it. I feel like it was a synthesis of everything that he had done up to that point. And I felt like it was a great cap off of the ELO music. I felt like it was a great end point. So now we come into another one. Now we come into From Out of Nowhere. And yeah, this feels like it's a little bit of a cash grab, and it feels like Jeff Lynne just wanted to keep going even after maybe he shouldn't have. Like, that's kind of what I'm feeling in this album overall. There's 10 songs, and there's only about maybe 1 or 2 that really stand out for me. I will say, though, it does have a lot of energy, and it has a lot of get up and go. Help Yourself, One More Time, Sci-Fi Woman. These tracks have a lot more gusto. It has a lot more energy. But there's a lot of tracks on here that just feel lackluster, that just kind of feel like empty space and not a whole lot of like excitement. All My Love, Down Comes the Rain, Losing You, Going Out on Me, Time of Our Love, Songbird. These guys take up the bulk of the album, and they're just uninspiring throwaway tracks that I feel like any Electric Light Orchestra album would have probably cut. I do feel like it's a little bit self-indulgent. I do feel like it's a little bit full of themselves. The references to the Beatles and past works, I believe either Time of Our Life has like a straight callback to Telephone Line that I'm like, guy, come on. But this isn't to say that the entire album is a waste of time. As I mentioned, One More Time has a lot of really good energy to it. I do like the really pump up then go kind of mentality that this track has. Also, the keyboard solo or keyboard spotlight moment on this track is a fantastic outfit, and one that I really like. I think this is the best and strongest track off of the entire album. And I will admit, the first 2 tracks of From Out of Nowhere and Help Yourself are still pretty solid tracks. Like, I could see myself coming back for these 3 tracks. And Songbird, even though it's kind of a somber way to go out, I still feel like it's a great way to end the album off. And so yeah, overall, I mean, this album is, I'm just going to give the rating right now, it's forgettable. It is 100% forgettable. If you're a fan of Electric Light Orchestra, I would still check it out. I wanted to really get into this album, and there were a number of moments that I did enjoy out of it. I liked a little bit more of the energy, but I don't think it came anywhere close to what we had from Alone in the Universe. I feel like this is a couple steps back from that album. Instead of showcasing his best work, I feel like this is just showcasing the rest of his work, if you know what I mean, in that sense. So yeah, this album is one that's ultimately forgettable. What did you guys think about From Out of Nowhere from Jeff Lynne's ELO? Did you love it? Did you hate it? Whatever you thought, let me know of your own comments by commenting down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. As always, you guys are definitely the best. And until next time, notes out.